Today, a computer chip can hold over 500 million transistors. If you took a walk through one, you'd get hopelessly lost. So, let's go back to a simpler time. A time when CPUs had just 5 million transistors and ran at a sleepy 133 megahertz. This old chip does the exact same job as a modern one. It has to solve one big problem: moving data quickly. The processor talks to the computer's memory using a highway called the bus. But this highway is narrow, only 60 lanes wide. To avoid a traffic jam, the CPU has a smart mailroom manager called the BIU. When information arrives, the BIU copies it. It sends the program's instructions to the I cache and the data to the D cache. Think of these as to color-coded mail slots. Here is where the magic happens. The CPU has a built-in fortune teller called the BTB. It looks at every instruction to see if the program needs to make a decision. The BTB predicts which path the program will take, and it's right over 90% of the time. Now, the fetch, decode unit grabs those instructions. But CPUs are lazy, they don't like big, complicated chores. So, 3 workers break those big instructions into tiny, bite-sized pieces called micro-ops, or POPs for short. These POPs sit in a circular waiting room called the reorder buffer. Inside are 2 math wizards called Alice. They handle all the basic math. If a POP needs data from slow memory, the ALU doesn't wait. It skips it. It works on the next POP instead. This is speculative execution, working ahead based on the fortune teller's guess. If a POP needs data, the CPU first checks the tiny desk drawer, that's the L1 cache. If it's not there, it checks the bigger filing cabinet under the desk, the L2 cache. It never wants to walk to the bookshelf. The bookshelf is RAM. Eventually, the data arrives. The CPU processes the delayed POP. But what if the fortune teller was wrong? That's the JEU's job. It draws a line in the sand and says, delete everything after this point. You messed up. Then, the CPU starts over on the correct path. Finally, the retirement unit watches the circular buffer. Once it sees the first few POPs are finished, it bundles them up and sends the results back to the system RAM. The cycle is complete. And it does this billions of times per second. Subscribe for more tech breakdowns.